Greetings to all who watch this presentation. This is Christy and Ramya, and the topic that we have chosen for e-content is Outline of World Literature and its Types. Now let us move into the presentation. World Literature. An introduction to world literature from antiquity through the mid-17th century, including oral traditions, poetry, fiction, the essay, and drama. Emphasis is placed on key ideas that express the commonality of the human spirit and experience across cultures. Now let us see how did world literature started. The term world literature was first used by the German writer and statesman Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, referring to the dissemination of literature from and to countries across the globe. As literature moves across boundaries of culture and language, it is in a way transformed into unique cultural artifacts. The term world literature was coined by Goethe in 1827 in the small duchy of Weimar. It was developed in Istanbul during World War II by German Jews such as Erich R. Bach and Leo Spitzer, who was seeking refuge from Hitler. And below you can find the image of Goethe, and beside that is the city of Istanbul. Modern world literature. Modern world literature is a globe-spinning anthology featuring over 15 experts and complete texts from the Enlightenment through the modern era. Translation are accessible and modern, and introduction authored by contemporary writers accompany each text. Now let us see the scope of world literature. World literature was long defined in North America as an established canon of European masterpieces, but an emerging global perspective has challenged both this European focus and the very category of the masterpiece. The three common features of world literature. Literature can be divided into three major types: prose, which is written in ordinary language; poetry, which is written in structural language; and drama, it is meant only for performance, and drama can be written either in the form of prose or poetry. First, literature of the world. While Shurupak's fatherly wisdom is one of the most ancient examples of written literature, history's oldest known fictional story is probably the Epic of Gilgamesh, a mythic poem that first appeared as early as the 3rd millennium BC. And below you can find the Shurupak's writings of wisdom. Author of the Epic of Gilgamesh. The author of the Epic of Gilgamesh is Shinleku Unini, and he is the first author, and he is the Babylonian writers, and apart from him there are many writers too. Shurupak. The instructions of Shurupak are a significant example of Sumerian wisdom literature. And you can find the writings in the stone, and those writings are the Shurupak's wisdom writings. Wisdom literature intended to teach proper piety, inculcate virtue, and preserve community standards was common throughout the ancient Near East. Oldest story in the world. The Epic of Gilgamesh, the oldest story in the world. Gilgamesh is the first versed action hero, playing up to all the stereotypes of masculinity, even though a story was written somewhere in the region of 4,000 years ago. Which period of literature came first? The colonial and early national period. The first European settlers of North America wrote about their experiences starting in the 1600s. This was the earliest American literature, practical, straightforward, often derivative of literature in Great Britain and focused on the future. And English literature was the first that was ever written, and the father of English literature is Geoffrey Chaucer. He was born in London sometime between 1340 and 1344. He was an English author, poet, philosopher, bureaucrat, and diplomat. He is also referred as the father of English literature. Some major works of Chaucer are the Canterbury Tales, the Night Tale, and the Troilus and the Cressida. Now let us move into the divisions of literature. The two main divisions of literature are prose and poetry. Prose is writing that resembles everyday speech. The word prose is derived from the Latin word prosa, which literally means straightforward. Poetry, literature that evokes a concentrated imaginative awareness of experience or a specific emotional response through language chosen and arranged for its meaning, sound, and rhythm. Now let us see the 7 elements of literature. The 7 elements are plot, setting, point of view, character, style, theme, and literary devices. Plot. Plot is what happens in the story, and it is a series of events. Setting. Setting is where the story takes place. Point of view. There are 3 types of point of view: first person, second person, and third person. Character. Characters are the beings who inhabit our stories. Fifth one, style. Style is like a fingerprint. No two are alike. It's a function of diction, syntax, and voice. Style tends to emerge from how you write rather than from a concerted effort to control it. Theme. Theme refers to big ideas, and the theme can be about betrayal, love, friendship, justice, family, honor, violence, and hypocrisy. Literary devices. Literary devices are the true tools of the writer. The literary devices include simile, metaphor, personification, onomatopoeia, irony, hyperbole, and so on. Characteristics of modern literature. The main characteristics of modern literature are individualism, experimentation, symbolism, absurdity, and formalism. 21st century literature. The 21st century in literature refers to world literature produced during the 21st century. And now let us see, why is literature considered as an art? As an art, literature is the organization of words to give pleasure. Through them, it elevates and transforms experience. Through them, it functions in society as a continuing symbolic criticism of values. Literature is a form of human expression. Now let us see the books that are older than Bible. Here are few of the world's oldest religious texts: Kesh Temple Hymn, Pyramid Text, the Coffin Text, the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Book of the Dead, the Instruction of Amenhotep, the Samaveda, and so on. And let us see a few things about translation. Why is translation difficult? Translation can also be difficult because of cultural differences. Words often reflect the culture and the society that use them. Therefore, words that are able to describe very specific things or emotions might now exist in other languages. What is literature translation? Literary translation is a type of translation where the source documents are fiction. Specialists in literary translation working for Polyglot translate any kind of artistic work at a high level.
Literature is the only world where imagination breathes. All over the world, literature examines the human record in different kinds of stories preserved through time, revealing the shared human experience and imagination which was preserved for our entertainment and enlightenment. There are many types of literature across the world, and the major types of literature are English, Greek, Latin, Roman, African, Indian, American, French, Irish, Spanish, Chinese, Italian, Japanese, Persian, Sanskrit, Canadian, and Russian literature. Let us know something more and interesting about some of the literatures. English literature. Until the early 19th century, English literature only deals with the literature of United Kingdom. The Bible has generally been found to be congenial to the English spirit. It plays a major role in English literature, especially the Old Testament. English literature likely examines texts including poetry, prose, and drama. John Milton used 8,000 different words in his poem Paradise Lost. The Mousetrap, a murder mystery play by Agatha Christie, is the longest running play in the history of English literature. William Shakespeare spelled his name in 80 different ways, so we don't know for sure which way his name is correctly written. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. It is the sentence which contains all the 26 letters of the alphabet. One of the most expensive English books to ever exist to date was that of Leonardo da Vinci's Codex Leicester. Later then, it was purchased by the richest man on earth, Bill Gates. Lewis Carroll's book Alice in Wonderland was banned in China because it suggests animals can talk and write just like humans, and the governor of Hunan in China said animals should not use human language. Greek literature. Greek literature dates back from the ancient Greek literature beginning in 1800 BC to the modern Greek literature of today. Ancient Greek literature had four major writings. They are epic tradition, lyrical poetry, tragedy, and comedy. The brilliant epics of Greek literature are Homer's The Iliad and the Odyssey. The historians cannot decide whether an actual poet named Homer ever really lived in this world. In Greek literature, the ancient version of the alphabet is actually very similar to the alphabet we use today. Latin literature. Latin literature dates to 240 BC, and the first stage play was performed in Rome, and then it flourished for the next 6 centuries. This literature is divided into early Latin literature, the Golden Age, and the Imperial period. Unlike other old literature, the Latin literature followed right to left script. However, after some time, the writing has changed from left to right. Words from the Latin language are used by all over the world in naming new species of animals and plants. Roman literature. Unlike other empires, the Roman Empire and its predecessor, the Roman Republic, produced an abundance of celebrated literature. Though this literature produced an abundance of celebrated things, this literature cannot stand alone. They always owe a debt to their neighbor, the Greeks. The most famous types of Roman literature is poetry. Indian literature. Indian literature refers to the literature produced on the Indian subcontinent until 1947 and in the Republic of India thereafter. The earliest works of Indian literature were orally transmitted. Indian literature produced in a variety of vernacular languages including Sanskrit, Prakrit, Pali, Bengali, Bihari, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Malayalam, Oriya, Punjabi, Rajasthani, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu, Saraiki, and Sindhi. Ramayana and Mahabharata are considered as the ever-great epics of Indian literature. Sanskrit and Tamil both are one of the oldest languages of the world and have extremely strong oral traditions in comparison to the parts of the world. In Indian literature, especially Tamil literature has a rich literary tradition that has continued to the present day. Canadian literature. Canadian literature is a body of written books produced by Canadians, reflecting the country's dual origin and its bilingualism. The literature of Canada is divided into two divisions, English and French. Canadian literature has the diasporic characters with immigrants from England, France, India, China, Japan, etc. So it is built up of mixed culture. Margaret Atwood's Survival is considered as the interesting literary piece with environment themes in Canadian culture. By studying world literature, we can find answers to human questions. Let us keep an open mind about what we will find on our journey in world literature. Let us take the tour together to explore more. Thank you.